Hey there, fellow nostalgia time travelers. Welcome to Chrononaut, the channel that takes you on a journey through the mind-bending, magnitudious, multiversal maze of mischief, mockery, and mayhem.
Today, we're grabbing our portion packs and jumping into the paranormal playground of 80s nostalgia with the real Ghostbusters. Get ready for some trivia. Let's get into it. Number 1. Our ghost hunting quartet, led by the wisecracking Peter Venkman, initially had a different voice. Lorenzo Music, known for Garfield's lasagna-loving tones, gave Peter his vocal charm. But wait, here's a nugget of trivia. Bill Murray, the real-life Venkman from the movies, wasn't thrilled about his characters sounding like a certain lasagna-loving cat. Cue the switch to Dave Coulier. Oh, the twists and turns of the animated realm. And here's a bonus. Did you know Bill Murray later lent his voice to none other than Garfield in Garfield, the movie, 2004? Talk about crossing the streams of voice acting. 2. Now, for a casting tale that even Slimer would find amusing. Ernie Hudson, our cinematic Winston Zeddemore, auditioned to voice his animated counterpart. Plot twist, the role went to Arsenio Hall. Imagine the ghostly banter that could have been with Hudson behind the mic. We're talking missed ghost-catching opportunities here, folks. 3. Egon Spengler, the brains of the outfit, had a casting tale as peculiar as his ghostly encounters. Maurice LaMarche, the voice behind Egon, was asked not to impersonate Harold Ramis during auditions. Guess what? He did it anyway and snagged the role. Bill Murray even chimed in, joking about sounding like a certain lasagna aficionado. 4. Hold onto your proton packs for this one. Despite the show's initial success, ABC brought in a consulting firm named Q5 to fix things for the second season onward. The result? Ghostly transformations that included character overhauls, voice actor replacements, and even the sidelining of occult references. J. Michael Straczynski, the series story editor, wasn't having it and quit in protest. ABC begged for his return, but only if certain changes were undone. Spoiler alert, the show never fully recovered. 5. Ever wondered about those end credits with the Ghostbusters dancing down the street? It's a nod to Ray Parker Jr.'s music video, where the actors from the film pulled off the same moves. A crossover of supernatural dance moves, who wouldn't want a front row seat to that? 6. In the world of animated nostalgia, legalities abound. Initially, Peter Venkman was drawn to resemble Bill Murray, but fearing lawsuits, the animators shifted gears. Egon got a hair color swap to dodge legal headaches, while Ray and Winston managed to dodge likeness lawsuits entirely. It's a ghostly game of legal gymnastics. 7. Recording sessions were a hoot, literally. Dave Coulier spilled the beans that he, Frank Welker, and Maurice LaMarche were segregated during sessions because they couldn't stop cracking each other up. Apparently, laughter wasn't great for ghost-catching business. 8. The green ghost sensation from the first film, affectionately named Slimer, wiggled his way into our hearts and the animated series. So popular was Slimer that he not only got his own spin-off, Slimer, and the Real Ghostbusters, 1988, but he also slimed his way into the film sequel and the 2016 reboot. Talk about ghostly stardom. 9. In a peculiar title transition, the series morphed into Slimer and the Real Ghostbusters in its fourth season. The change echoed through toys, cereal, and Ecto-Cooler Hi-C drink logos. It's like a rebranding ghost got hold of the marketing department. 10. The series faced a dichotomy between the first season's traditional Saturday morning slot and the second season's syndication on local TV stations. Executive interference haunted the network shows, with feedback and alteration requests aplenty. Syndication, on the other hand, gave the writers ghostly freedom. Who knew the specters of executive opinions were scarier than Slimer himself? 11. Ever noticed Janine's two-way radio handle, Spook Central? A clever nod to the Firehouse's nickname and a callback to Ray Stan's comment in the first Ghostbusters film. Also, a fun fact, New Jersey took some comedic hits throughout the series. Seems like Peter had a thing against the Garden State. 12. In an unfortunate twist, executive mandates led to alterations in Janine's character. One executive thought her triangular glasses were too spooky for children, while others wanted her to take on a more maternal role. J. Michael Straczynski had enough and bid farewell to the show. 13. Why the Real and the Real Ghostbusters? To avoid confusion with the unrelated TV series The Ghostbusters, 1975, and its sequel, Ghostbusters, 1986, released the same year as The Real Ghostbusters. Ghostbusting, it seems, requires precise nomenclature. 14. Frank Welker, the voice of Slimer, didn't limit himself to ectoplasmic roles. He also gave life to Stripe and Gremlins. Talk about a double act of ghostly and gremlin proportions. 15. The series boasted diverse animation styles, especially in its first 3 seasons. The secret? Episodes were animated by various studios. High-quality Japanese studios handled the gems, while smaller Asian studios tackled the, well, less polished ones. It's a ghostly roller coaster of animation quality. 16. Imagine if executives had their way, Ray Stantz written out because he lacked significance. The showrunners laughed off the suggestion. Ray's ghostbusting adventures were far from over, thanks to the creators who valued his spectral contributions. 17. In a curious coincidence, the series bid farewell in 1991, the same year as the popular Kenner toy line. Whether ghostly connections exist between the two events remains a mystery, but the impact of both on 80s nostalgia is undeniable. There you have it, Chrononaut Ghostbusters. The behind-the-scenes specters, animated antics, and the spectral journey of the real Ghostbusters. If you enjoyed this nostalgic roller coaster, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more ghostly adventures.